It's showtime. Hi, TPT sellers. It is Mike and Enrica. Excited to
Hi.
be here. Enrica, what are we chatting about today?
We are chatting about Facebook groups.
Yeah. So,
There are, I think, thousands of Facebook group TPT related in a way or another.
yeah, are you part of TPT Facebook groups?
Yes,
Are you
quite. I would say several, but I'm not active in all Facebook groups that I'm in. I join them and then I find that some of them are, you know, how do you say, more interesting and more useful than others. Hi, Tracy.
hi?
And
Oh,
I. Uh, Sometimes there are some groups that are really helpful, and I love being there. I feel like someone is taking care of me, and that was true, especially at the beginning when I was struggling with the language. I was struggling with almost everything on TPT, and I had help. I had a lot of help. I tried to give back what I received because the meaning of these groups is that you help me and I help someone else, and so
okay.
go on like that. But I think at the end of the day, almost all groups are there to sell you something.
Okay, 100%. And there's nothing wrong with that, but that's
Absolutely not. I'm
that's
not complaining. And
that's
I bought some courses and some, master classes and stuff like that. And I found them useful. And being in the group, I already knew what to expect. So
okay.
I knew if it was something that would have worked for me or not. That's it.
So this is the question, and I love chatting with Enrica, but I love also chatting with people who pop on. Hi, Tracy. And I love actually reading the comments afterwards from people who watch it later on because we're in the middle of the day in North
Yeah,
America.
it's evening for me.
So the question is, do we need a new TPT SEO Facebook group? And I asked because another TPT seller reached out to me and they said, hey, you should consider starting a Facebook group and put TPT SEO specifically in the title. And so the question is, do you think we need one? Yes, no, or meh? Enrica, what would your vote be?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay,
Uh,
but
there is there is already a Facebook group, a TBT Facebook group from you.
okay,
I think yes because it's where people like us go when they need help, when they're looking for something, when they need to chat with someone who is like them. So I would say yes, there is the need of a new TPT group.
but what's the difference between TPT Facebook groups and YouTube?
Oh, I don't know. Personally, I know what's the difference for me.
Well,
I
what's
go
for you? Because other
Okay,
people,
I go to YouTube when I want to find the video, when I want to learn something, when I want to learn how to use Pinterest or stuff like that.
okay,
I go to Facebook when I want to interact with other human beings.
okay, and what are you hoping to interact with? And by the way, if you watch this and you hop on the call or later on, the question that I am trying to figure out is what do people like? Why Facebook? Why do people join Facebook groups? But so why are you interacting though? Like, and it's going to be different depending on what stage of the game you are. But Enrica,
You
at
know,
this point, what are
I
you?
have a question. I'm doing something and I have a doubt about TBT. I don't know. At the beginning was I remember one of my first questions was the size of the covers. I didn't know the size of the covers. And since I was really new and I really knew nothing, I didn't know where to look for it. So I went to a Facebook group and I said, okay, sorry, I'm new. Can you help me out? What's the size of the covers? I think 20 seconds and I received like 50 answers. And someone shared with me a template of a cover. So I knew exactly what I was looking for, what I had to do, and it helped a lot. And I felt less alone. I felt less,
Okay, so now I have a question.
Yeah.
Because I've been part of different online communities over the years. I've been part of real communities over the years, and inevitably something happens and people get grumpy. And it's easier when you're in person to sort of navigate that, but when it's online,
Okay, that happened a couple of times. I have to say that there are groups that work and groups that don't work. I saw it. I'm not so often. I don't live on Facebook groups, so
right,
probably I often miss them. But I saw once one of these grumpiness in a group, and the owner of the group stepped in, said that she doesn't tolerate nothing like that in her
right,
group, and she deleted the awful post, and
right.
that's it. And she said, if you want to stay here, you have to be kind. If you don't want to stay, if you don't want to be kind, just go somewhere else.
I like that idea. You have to be kind, or like, and you always see those rules. But yeah, see, so part
Yeah,
of it is
but you have to be there to support the rules.
right.
Groups that work have administrators and moderators that are present and that really do the administrators and the moderators and whatever. I feel like an Italian because I'm using my hands
Sure.
to talk.
Right.
This is what we do. And, if you want to go to work, you have to be there and you have to stop the grumpiness or people who are not fair, who are not
It'll
kind.
spin out of control and then
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. So for context, I'm thinking about starting a Facebook group, and I need to clarify that I'm a social enterprise. I'm not a charity, so I do want to make the world a better place. Um, but a social enterprise, the difference,
Earning in the process.
yeah, I so you the goal is to maximize profits and to maximize social impact, and I think I haven't made
Uh,
that clear. Like I think
there is a mistake. There is a typo.
but I 80% perfect. I can live with it. Um,
Yeah, this
but
is what I would do.
yeah, so this is
Maybe
like
I wrote it.
right. It's and everyone's eyes are going to look at there. Um, but so Facebook groups are run by people and they take time, and it's time, it's opportunity cost. It's time that I'm not spending on my TPT store or other parts of my business. So there has to be a way to generate revenue. So
Yeah.
this is why I'm curious about a Facebook group, but I'm not entirely sure whether now's the right time. So I have, if I work backwards, I have a pro community where there are tools, and you can get access directly to me, and you can basically leave comments, and you earn points, and then there are random draws, and every month you get at least 5 points if you chat once, and then once you have 30 minutes, then you can book a call with me, right? So that's what the advantages of being a part of the pro community. And then there's the ultimate bundle, which is a step before that. And then there's the email newsletter, which is a step before that. And then there's YouTube, which is all of us here. And you're literally shaping the kinds of stuff that we create here. But one of
Yeah.
the reasons why Facebook is on my radar is because TPT sellers are on Facebook.
Yeah.
Whereas
It's the place where a TPT seller goes if he or she is looking for help.
which is looking for help. But why not go to the TPT forum?
Because it's difficult to navigate. Because it's so. I try to go there every now and then I just I simply can't find the topic that I'm looking for, and then I give up. Yeah.
So my thinking is a TPT SEO group would just be about TPT search engine optimization.
I
So
love that.
if there are questions about like, oh, what do you think of my cover? The answers have to be from a perspective of will it boost your rankings on TPT for search? So I think that could be a niche that's not out there. But the challenge is it takes time to
Mm.
moderate, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Do we need a TPT SEO group any more than what we have on YouTube? I guess that's the question that I'm trying to
I
figure.
think I think my answer is yes.
You think your answer is yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So for people who watch this video later on, can you leave a comment and let me know whether or not you think I should create a TPT SEO group and what you would like to see in that that's different from YouTube or different from the email community or different from other places. How would I make it different, Enrica? Last thought before we hop off the call.
How do you make it different?
What
Because
would be
it's,
different on
you
Facebook?
know, because someone doesn't need to comment on a video. So if I watch a video and I make a comment, I'm on topic. I make a comment about that video. I make a question about that topic. If I'm in a Facebook group and I want to know what's the easiest way to start with SEO, even if there is no video, even if there is nothing, I just hop in and say, okay, hello, I'm new. I don't understand a thing. I'm really, explain to me CEO as I was dumb. And someone
Right.
answers.
And
It doesn't need to be you, the
yeah,
person who
that's
listens.
that's
It
interesting.
might be a member of the community of the Facebook group
Right.
who learned from you before and then
Right.
just share what he learned. And this
Yeah.
is why I loved it, because it's something that people share.
So people share what you like about a Facebook community is that people other than the leader are
Yeah,
connecting and
they,
with each other
yeah,
and helping in, right?
exactly.
And
Yeah,
if I'm hearing you correctly, you like Facebook groups where they're sort of for a moderator who's going to make sure that it's a safe space or like, oh,
yes,
we don't really like chat like that. If you want to be unkind, then go to
yeah, just
group.
go away.
Yeah. Okay. So last question, um, for you
I'm
and
ready.
people watching, and I was going to end the call, but now I'm curious to hear what you're going to say. So my goal, if I make a Facebook group, would be to make something that's win, 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 win. So win for me because it leads towards people watching YouTube, and then leading towards the
People
email.
buying your bundle.
Right. So
Okay.
people buying the $10 bundle or people buying the
Yeah.
$10 membership, right? So that's the win for me.
Okay.
The win for the moderators, I think what I would do is sort of like what you and I do, which is where we spend time here, where you're giving your time here, and then
Yeah.
later on we chat, and then I give back and I answer your coaching calls or whatever
Yeah.
your questions are. So I think that's something I would do for the moderators, right? So then I'll give them one-on-one coaching with their data privately, and I'll answer whatever their questions are. But then that helps them also become better moderators because then they have the answers.
Yeah.
Um,
Exactly.
win for the TPT seller because I think you're saying that people will join the community and then they can ask anyone and someone else might reply.
And they
But
will learn and grow.
my fourth win is win for the teachers and the students who buy the resources. And so here's where I'm stuck because some of the people who watch this channel and some of the people who ask questions are I'm gonna guess maybe also some of the people who create spam stores, right? Because I've had questions on the channel
Ah,
where they'll say, my store just got shut down because of spam, and then I created a new one, and then they also shut down. Can you help? And then my answer is always you're gonna have to contact the TPTS support because That's for sure.
And this will be the answer on the Facebook group.
So if they're, but some people who want to optimize, the kinds of content they're creating is like they bought on whatever that website is, like the alphabet, and then they split the alphabet into $1 each, and then they sell the letter A for $1, the letter B for $1, the letter C for $1, and I just don't think that's good for students or teachers. So what do I do when when TPT sellers like that are part of the community?
Okay, that is your community, and you get to choose who is in there. So if you realize that people are shady or create spam stores, you are free to kick them out of your group.
See, and that's where I haven't figured out clearly what the lines are in terms of like, because one of the decisions I made early on was that I don't ever want, if someone asks me, what do you think of this lesson? I don't ever want to provide a judgment on it because there are different teachers and different styles, right? So who,
Yeah, but if you realize that someone is taking advantage of other people work, or they are creating spammy stores or stuff like that, you
right?
are free to kick them out.
So, okay, people who are watching, how would you check this to make sure that I don't want
You
to tell
know,
watch,
if the group is safe enough,
yeah,
people look out for each other. So if in the group there are it's Enrica and Mike and someone else and someone different, someone shady or spammy or comes in here, we immediately recognize him, and so we like make a common front to defend ourselves.
but you can't prevent them from coming back in with a different account and saying, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, and then we don't answer their questions. We don't interact with them. They
yeah,
won't have any benefit.
interesting. Okay, so last question that we'll end off here, and people who are hopping on the call, thank you so much for joining us right now, and thank you so much for watching later on. But the question is, if there was a new TPT SEO group, what would you like to see, or what would be different from what we already do on YouTube or in the email community? And I think Enrica's pointed out it's that interaction with each other, but
Yeah,
how do we make it a safe place? I don't know, like leave your thoughts
by being safe people.
by the people. Yeah, and then you
Yeah,
just get critical mass of people who are like that
yeah,
mentality.
you know,
Yeah,
I don't know how to say in English exactly, but if we are alike, we search each other, we find
yeah,
each other.
common
So
people.
that's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any last thoughts, Enrica, before we hop off the call?
Oh, no, too tired tonight. I'm sorry.
Thank you to,
I have no thoughts. My brain
uh,
is fried.
thank you to the 4 people and the different people who've hopped on and off. And we'll see you next.
Okay.
Have a great week.
Bye.
Bye. See you later. And end stream.